Right guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to create AI podcast ads that look lifelike and that actually print cash. Example here, this is one of my clients yesterday, just over 8.5k, and two of their top performers are actually this style of ad. I'm going to show you exactly what they look like. So basically for this example, I just picked a product. This is not that client, this is Beam Dream. And I just picked them out. It's like a sleep product that you drink at night and it helps you sleep. So this is kind of what it looks like.
I've been running on like 4 hours of sleep for the past week. When the alarm went off this morning, oh my God. Every single night, sorry, I'm just chocolate, but with like natural sleep stuff in it. Reishi, melatonin, L-theanine, magnesium.
So as you can see, we can actually get them to act out certain parts.
I can feel my body wanting to.
And just another quick example. So this one's actually got some animations and stuff in it.
You know what's crazy? I used to spend 20 minutes every single night wrestling with my dog just to brush his teeth.
Every single part of this is created with
still
AI.
Smelled like something died in
like
there.
That part, all of that is created with VO3. You need to remember that most consumers still don't understand the level that AI is at right now. So they're going to look at that as long as it's edited well and it's going to look lifelike, because we can actually get it to do human mannerisms. So this is basically the way that we do this. We use two tools, Claude for scripting and then Gemini. Gemini, you obviously get Nano Banana Pro and VO3, and that is the tools that we're going to use to actually create this ad. We're not going to create the avatar in VO3. We create that with Nano Banana and we create starter frames for each part of the script. We then create a bunch of 8-second clips. We can also generate B-roll and VO3 if we need to create B-roll, or if you've already got product footage, other UGC footage, unboxing, whatever you want to put in there, then you can put that over the ad. That is quite critical because it's not perfect. So you need to, if there's anything that's not quite right, we're maybe going to add some B-roll over it, and maybe the clips when they jump back and forth, add B-roll over that. And then as long as you put some music underneath it, it's going to, sometimes it can come out a little bit echoey, and sometimes the voices are like a little bit different, but 9 times out of 10, it is like near perfect. So this was like a little 1-minute script that I created with one of the Claude projects that I use. I'm not going to give the Claude project away. I need to gatekeep some of this stuff. If you want access to that, click the link in the description. But I basically just wrote this in like, God knows, like 1 minute. Now this is critical. You need to make sure that each section and like each clip has about 1.5 lines to 2 lines in it. If we tried to do just this 1 line here, the creators, the UGC is going to speak really slowly and it just comes out really weird. So ideally you want to have each clip at about 1.5 lines to 2 lines. So this is going to be able to, we're going to be able to create this in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 clips, and then that's us done. Right, so how do we actually create the starter frames? Well, basically the way that I created it was I took a screenshot of this product, I put that into Gemini. I've also created a JSON prompt for a podcast style image, as you can see through here. You can get a load of these templates to be able to create these JSON prompts. I'm not going to give you that. Just go into Ecom Twitter, they're everywhere. Or if you want mine, again, click the link in the description. We put this prompt in and then boom, it gave us this. Now, right away, it's not ideal. This isn't really sitting naturally. So I just says, place the product to the subject right hand side. Also put it more at an angle so it sits more naturally, and also make it smaller. Boom, there we go, perfect. We have a good starting frame. Now I want another few frames. So this one he's kind of pointing at it. I just says, do another one, this time he's holding it with the other hand, while pointing at it with his spare hand, boom. Then another one where the product's just sitting, he's looking at the other guest and his hands are sitting naturally, boom. So this is going to be our starter frame. So we download all of these and then we're going to take them over to VO3. So as you can see in here, these are all the ones that actually went ahead and already created, but I'm going to show you how to actually create them and the prompt that you want to use. So first of all, you need to remember frames to video, not text to video. Frames to video, settings, I normally do 2 or 3 outputs, portrait, and then VO 3.1 fast. Then we're going to add our first frame. So for the first frame, I basically just chose the one when his hands are sitting like this, he's not holding the product. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here, I'm going to copy and paste our first part of the script. Then this is so simple. All you need to say is, man says in an American accent, put that in, boom. Then we can add other parts if we want him to act out certain things. Like all I'm going to say here is he is expressive with his hands and face. Boom. And then we'll see what comes out. Now the beauty of this framework is we don't actually need to wait until this one's done to get going with the next one. We can start generating them all at once because we've got all our different starter frames. So for this next part, I would probably just use the same starter frame. So the way that I would normally do this is I would just literally copy this one in, and then I'm just going to change the part that he says. I'm going to copy and paste that in. Boom. Put that in there. Add our starter frame, and then we hit generate. Now, as they're generating, you could go ahead. I normally do maybe 2 or 3, wait, make sure they're perfect, because sometimes you're going to need to regenerate them. Sometimes the voice is too echoey, sometimes it sounds weird, and that's just like one of the limitations that you're going to need to work with right now. But for really lifelike style ads, this is the way to do it. You don't want to be using any end to automate shit, because one little break in that automation is going to fuck you up. You're better doing this shit manually for now anyway. Plus, it just gives us more control. So let's take a look at what came out.
Man, I've been running on like 4 hours of sleep for the past week. When the alarm went off this morning, oh my God.
So that was a little bit too expressive.
Man, I've been running on like 4 hours of sleep for the past week.
And that had a weird zoom. So this is what I mean. For that, I would basically just regenerate it. And this time I would maybe just say he's expressive. I would take away that part. So let's see what happens when we do this. While we're generating that, our second clip came out.
Every single night, Prinny, I'm just lying. Every single night, Troyer, I'm just lying.
I don't know what's happened there. That's because this bit came out. So this is what I mean when you're doing it manually, because you can fix these parts. So I'm just going to take that part out. Boom. Put this in here. And again, I think I'm just going to remove that part where I say he's expressive, because it's making it too expressive. So this is what I mean about, like, you just need it to be, the prompts are not hard to do. So while those are generating, what I'm actually going to show you is, like, I'm going to grab this one, which is funnily enough the next part. So for this one, this is when he actually introduces the product. We're going to add a frame where he's holding it. So as you can see here, this frame, he's kind of holding it to the side. And in this prompt, I'm going to grab this. Man says in an American accent. As he is speaking, he grabs the product naturally and holds it. Boom, that's all you need to put in. Now, for podcast style ads, sometimes it has a tendency for the creator, we're going to call him the creator to like not look at the podcast guy, look at the camera. So then you just need to direct it. Look at the other podcast host. Do not look at camera. So let's see what we got here.
Man, I've been running on like 4 hours of sleep for the past week.
Right.
When the alarm went off this morning, oh my God.
See, like that's a little bit better. So we would just download that. That's our first scene. This next one.
Every single night, I'm just lying there, staring at the ceiling, thinking about everything I got to do tomorrow.
So boom, that's our second clip.
Every single night, I'm just lying there.
So as you can see, like the voice is like nearly perfect. Sometimes you're going to get ones with a little bit more echo, but that's where the music comes in and your B-roll and stuff, right? But the beauty of this is, I don't know how it does it. If anybody can fix the voice thing for me, and so that we can actually have one clear voice all the way through, put it in the comments. But for now, it seems to get like a frame and then it chooses a voice for that person, because we're not doing any extend clip, we're not doing any jump to, because if you start doing that in the storyboard section of VO3, by the time you get to like 40 seconds in, it like distorts all the colors and stuff. So we always want to be creating frames from video. And it always just seems to get the voice pretty much bang on. So let's see the part when he actually grabs the product.
No. So I tried this thing called Beam Dream. It's
So as you can see there, he looks at the camera, which is not ideal.
So I tried this thing called Beam Dream. It's basically hot chocolate, but with like natural sleep stuff in it.
So what I would do there is I would just come in here, put that in again, and then I would say he does not look at the camera. He continues to look at the other guest. We'll put our frame in again. And it is literally just a case of creating every single clip in here, one by one, and then you're going to put it into CapCut and edit it. And that is pretty much the full process. I'm not going to go over how to create like the B-roll and stuff. If you want that video, I'll make another video that's separate. But you're basically just creating all the different clips. You're going to fire it into CapCut, chop it up to make sure that each of the clips like flow naturally. And if you get some that are like got a little bit too much echo, you just regenerate it, because the credits on like VO3 don't cost a lot. I think it's like, how much credits is it? 10 credits for each generation. So every time I do that, I get 20 credits. And I'm pretty sure every single month you get something like 30,000 credits, which is ridiculous. So this does not cost a lot of money. So let's just wait until we've got this one done.
So I tried this thing called Beam Dream. It's basically hot chocolate, but with like natural sleep stuff in it. Reishi, melatonin, L-theanine, magnesium.
Perfect. And then that's our third clip. So we're just going to go through that entire process. Boom, 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 boom. Once we've done all that, then you're going to have something that looks like this.
Okay. It's called Beam Dream. If you're struggling with sleep like I was, check it out. Game changer. Thing I got to do tomorrow. So I tried this thing called Beam Dream. It's basically hot chocolate.
I'm not going to go over how to edit it, because you should know how to use fucking CapCut. Go over that, and yeah, that's pretty much the entire workflow. Now, if you want access to all of the prompts that I use, the JSON prompts, all of the in-depth lessons to be able to create these style of ads, UGC ads, get access to Ad Operator. The link is in the description. It's $4.94 right now. The amount of stuff that's in there is fucking ridiculous. It's like 17 to 18 hours worth of content. You get every single Claude project, Gemini, Gem, all the frameworks, and I basically go through exactly how to create these ads. Probably the most important part is the actual scripting, which I didn't cover much of in this video, but obviously I've got other YouTube videos covering that stuff. But yeah, I'll just give you a quick look inside Ad Operator. So this is the amount of stuff that's in there. We've got all the research documents, creating mechanisms, angle generation, stealing angles and concepts, static ads. There's even a little bit for media buying, aesthetic image ads, advertorial style ads, Nano Banana Pro. All of these things that help you actually write the VSLs and all the ad scripts, UGC avatars, VO3, HeyGen, VO3 again, Sora 2, VO3 podcast ad, VO3 AI UGC, how to use 11 Labs, advertorials, listicles, sales pages, PDPs, and then how to go out and get clients and work with brands. And then I also do live workshops as well. So if you want access to that, click the link in the description. Other than that, make sure you're on the email list, because I send a daily email speaking about this exact stuff. And I will see you guys in the next video.